Conference. It truly is an honour and a privilege to be elected as General Secretary and to serve the members of our union. When I joined the Post Office in 1976 as what was known then as a telegram boy, I got my first union card, and it was somebody called Tom Jackson, the person with a famous moustache, as you remember, a great leader of our union. And I have to be honest, there was nothing happening in my life at that moment in time that made me ever believe that I would be a General Secretary of this great union. So it really is a privilege to follow in the footsteps of Tom and all the General Secretaries who have taken up that role since then. It has been and is a bit overwhelming, I have to be honest. The last few days have been difficult. The kind of sequence of this conference coming as it has so quickly on the back of the election has been a bit difficult, and I appreciate the way that people have dealt with that in the last few days. I did say it was a hard-fought election, and it was, and it felt like that. And to those who supported me, I really thank you for putting your faith in me. To those who didn't, I'm going to pause now, I want to say to you that I respect your views. I am determined to earn your trust, and I'm confident that if you give me a bit of time, it won't take too long, I will earn your trust. And I am absolutely determined to be a General Secretary for the whole of this union. I also want to thank Billy Hayes. I may have had my differences with Billy over this election and over the future direction of our organisation. But I want you to know, and I know that you feel the same, that somehow, some way, we have to pay Billy the respect he deserves for the major contribution that he's made to this union over many, many years. In particular, his legacy, debates that we've had on proportionality, on taking forward our equality agenda, he deserves enormous credit for. And I'm committing to you that we will continue, in the honour of Billy, to take that debate forward in the way that he would have wanted to, with the energy and enthusiasm that he put in to that particular debate. So I think it's appropriate that this conference shows its appreciation for our previous General Secretary, Billy Hayes. I also think that the election result showed an appetite for change, and perhaps a change in government would be the first thing that we would want to see. And when Cameron, the other day, the phony Cameron, forgot when he was addressing his so-called supporters what football team he supported, let's make sure that our job is to ensure that working people know that the likes of Cameron, the Tories, UKIP and their divisive policies will never be on the side of working people, and we've got to get rid of them as soon as possible. Let's also think about a change in the balance of forces in the world of work. We all know from the problems that our members face at work, the problems that we see in other industries, that we've got a real issue about those balance of forces. And we do need to fight hard now to change those balance of forces. Let's also think about changing the balance of forces in wider society. And I really do believe that the best way for this union to move forward is not to have the debate about whether or not we should fight within the Labour Party or whether we should operate outside the Labour Party, I think it's incumbent on us now to make sure that we fight harder than ever to reassert trade union values in society, and that's what I'm committed to doing with your support. I also just want to finish, didn't come with a long prepared speech, wasn't sure if I was going to be given the opportunity to address this conference, given that I don't take up the role until June. But I want to say to you that I've always understood, through working with some fantastic people in our union over many, many years, that the role of a union is about struggle. It will never, ever be any different. When you sign up for what our people do, for what you do as representatives, you know that there are struggles round the corner, and all you keep doing is you have one fight, and as soon as you've dealt with that, there's another fight ready to be had. That is what we do. That is what we're about. And I'm just going to say to you that as we start a new era, as General Secretary of this union, and with your support, we're going to fight very hard in that struggle in the best interests of our members and wider society in the UK. Thanks very much.